Hi there, discerning shooters. This week on Blue Collar Prepping, part 2 of my minimalist carry idea. And here we go. It's just a small little generic size, snack size Ziploc bag. And I have a few items. The first, most obvious, is just a small bag of Kleenexes. Or a container of Kleenexes. I don't know how many are in here. I don't know if it says. And it's irrelevant. We're only talking about just a quick get home, remember? It's something you can carry in your pocket, just, you know, to make your life a little bit better in the 24 hours it takes you to get home, or 12, or whatever it is. Runny nose, you know, small little lacerations help put direct pressure. Fire starter. It's the non-moisturized kind. It's just regular old, you know, tissue paper. So I like it for all that. For all of those reasons I mentioned. You know, you may not, our goal isn't necessarily to have to be able to start a fire, but here it is. In addition to that, the handkerchief that we're going to talk about later on, we're going to carry, we're going to use for something other than putting snot on. Or if you're going to the bathroom, a little tissue goes a long way. Okay? Second thing is a lighter. This one's a relatively larger one because larger ones are easier to use. I had this setup, this minimalist setup. While it's perfect for any kind of environment, it's also geared towards children. And we'll discuss that later episode. Duct tape's wrapped around it. Many uses. Some of it you'll see here in future episodes, but keep in mind we have duct tape, so we're keeping that around our thing. And it's a 550 cord. Now there isn't a lot here, but it's just enough. And I'm a fairly big guy, 6'2", 230. I can get it around my body one time, and I can tie it tight. That's good. You use it for lots of other things, making splints, hanging stuff, you know, you gotta lash something to whatever. I mean, the uses are endless. But my goal here is in addition to the, you know, the grocery bags that we talked about for keeping your feet dry, also the next two elements of this minimalist kit, this is very useful, as is the duct tape. So, I only use, I don't know how many feet that is, it's about 4.5 feet probably. Just enough to get, like I said, to get around my person. I wouldn't go any smaller than probably 4.5, 5 feet, because you never know. I'm a fairly big guy. Maybe you need to be bigger. So it was tailored for that, for a specific purpose. All of my spawn are much smaller than I am, and so it will work out fabulously for them. So in this part 2 of this kit, and quite frankly, in the summertime, where you don't need to carry, you know, a couple of plastic bags, and let's be honest, with the exception of California, they're bloody everywhere. This will just fit in your poncho pocket. If it's a rainy season, Ziploc bag keeps it dry. And again, I like it for kids, except for maybe rules at school. And again, like in California, probably it's not illegal for teenagers to have a lighter on them. Okay, that's very important, especially if they're, you know, doing whatever, spending the day at the mall, chit-chatting away, you know, with their friends, or they're at work, or, you know, when they don't have a car available to them or access to transportation. So it's a really good survival item there. So, you know, I see this striker, Flint and striker here on the bottom, or on my table, along with the rest of my mess, which have nothing to do with what we're doing today. And sure, everybody's like, well, hey, you could put that in there because that's legal everywhere, blah, 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 blah. Yes, except it's a pain to use. It's, if your hands are cold and frozen, it's very difficult to manipulate. I know people are going to say, no, that's not the case, but I'll tell you right now, I can't necessarily go out and light a fire with tissue and some wet kindling, or dry kindling, and make a fire with this, but I can with that. And I'm like 108 years old, so what chance does a 10 or 11 or 12 or 14-year-old have? It's just, if you can carry it around, carry it around. It's cheap. It's probably not super cool as, hey, I got one of these, I'm super cool. Good for you. And this has multiple uses, where this is pretty much singular application specific, which I'm not a fan of anything in my kit for that. So, until next time, here in the wet, wonderful Midwest, Northern Midwest, this is the Discerning Shootist. Be good, be safe, and if you can't be safe, be good and dangerous.